What's a conspiracy that you think is true?
It's putting a lot on me here.
Do you want to go with somebody else first?
Yes.
TJ loves this, so TJ will go first. You pick
A lot of them.
Pick one.
I mean, a lot.
I know.
Basically, all of them.
All of them.
So all the
So
big
Erica
four.
killed Charlie?
No, I don't believe that one.
Yeah.
Big diaper.
Big diaper.
Big
Um,
number.
Yeah,
Trying to
yeah.
think
Kids
of-
don't need to be in diapers till they're 4.
Oh, that's 100% true.
Like,
That's not a conspiracy. That's
That's
just
just capitalism.
I don't think
that's
that's
capitalism.
big diaper. I haven't heard that one yet.
Big pharma, big.
But it's
diaper,
a
I
culturally
get
accepted thing.
And it
Yeah,
is
it's
not
a
culturally
conspiracy.
accepted.
To be in diapers, though?
I am completely against it.
No, yeah,
When-
but you're not
And
the
I am
culture.
the culture.
You're not the culture.
Yeah. When did you get out of diapers?
When I was
Me?
14.
just like
I'm
how they
still
feel.
in diapers, but I changed myself, so
When
it's
will
it
you get out of
depends.
diapers?
it depends.
Okay. You gotta pick one.
I know, it's hard.
This is just your favorite?
Is it hard?
Yeah.
You're thinking the most controversial.
I probably have, this is pre-Tucker Carlson, but I probably have to say 9/11 was staged.
What does that mean? 3,000 people didn't die? Or
No, of course they died, but I think that it
You mean it was
was,
an inside job?
Yeah.
Okay.
But you look at this. I mean, there's some funny things structurally. Like you look at
well, literally structurally, the
like
engineers and people that
have said it would never have come down that way.
it
And
was intentionally built because of how tall they were, that they had to be graded to take on planes. Like they actually had to build them that way due to how tall they were.
like the calculations don't make sense. I'm not saying I
Okay.
agree or don't agree,
What
but
is
I
your
do
true
think
conspiracy?
that Shazam exists.
What does that mean?
The movie Shazam.
What is the movie? I've never
I
seen the
haven't
movie.
seen that one.
It's too small. I've seen it, but
What is it?
Next.
It's
No,
Do
I-
another one.
What's Shazam?
it's got what's his name? Sinbad as the genie. People say it doesn't exist.
The
You guys
movie?
don't know Sinbad?
No.
I know Sinbad, but you're saying the movie doesn't exist?
Yeah,
Oh, but it does.
in my opinion, yeah.
Are you
I've
saying-
watched it.
Are you saying
Can you not find it anywhere anymore?
Can't find it.
Oh.
It's like one of those things with like the Monopoly guy with the monocle.
Yeah.
Like, does he have a monocle? Does he not? Is the cornucopia part
What's
for
that
the
thing
loom
called?
or not?
what's that?
Is it
Eric, what's that
Berenstain or
called?
Berenstein?
Peanut? Gaslighting.
No.
No, it's like the,
It's the president
Bernoulli's
of.
principle.
No. Bernoulli's principle. No, it's the guy from. Is it South America?
Sinbad?
No,
Pattern?
it's a.
Cornucopia?
No, he's
What is it called? The Mandela effect.
Mandela effect.
Is a type of
Nelson.
false memory that occurs when many people incorrectly remember the same thing.
Incorrectly. They're gaslighting you.
Yeah.
Yes,
That's
that's
all
okay. You call me
military
whatever you want.
You've seen
See,
Shazam?
that's So are you saying
I'm saying
But
that
the-
it exists and it has been scrubbed.
Shazam movie?
Shazam.
I've seen the movie Shazam. What do you
Yeah,
mean?
but you saw Shazam with the big black basketball player.
No.
what
I'm trying
Shazam? What year?
Anyways, but yeah, I
Use it up.
I think there is
Shaq.
I think there is something to be said for the Mandela effect,
Mhm.
meaning that the government will change something and then act like we're all crazy because we all remember something different.
Okay, well then that's
Is that
not
what you're saying?
conspiracy theory. Yeah.
What's yours?
It's hard to answer like conspiracy. I feel like a lot of my thoughts are just they're not conspiracy theories. They're just kind of like hot takes. Like there's not a lot of conspiracy theories that I have about like vaccines, but I don't just buy the general narrative that you should shove your kid full of vaccines when they're 4 days old.
See, yeah, now that's
You know
the
what I mean?
thing. I don't
Straight
think that's a
out of the womb.
conspiracy theory
Right. That's why
as
I'm
much
like,
as a difference of opinion. I don't know.
yeah, it's like that's.
I mean,
feel like
the
that's right.
conspiracy would be that the conspiracy theory would be that the government is intentionally
Big Pharma.
giving us vaccines
Big
that they
Pharma.
know will basically keep the population small.
More like big pharma than the government. I feel like.
Right.
But they're
So that's more like corporate greed.
But you could say that Big Pharma conspires to gain profit,
Yeah.
even though it's not.
Yeah, I don't think that is
Correct.
well, yeah. Okay. How about yours?
Big diaper.
Big diaper.
No, I.
It's on the
agree
same
with-
lines of mine, sort of, right?
Yeah. It's not really conspiracy. I would agree with 9/11 though.
What about you?
Yeah,
JFK.
yeah.
I don't think JFK was killed by Lee Harvey Oswald. I think he was probably involved. He may have shot some of the bullets, but he wasn't. Definitely didn't act alone, and probably wasn't the kill shot.
Do we got any flat earthers in here? Okay. Oh boy.
I think it's a difference of perspective.
Yeah, because here it looks flat, and up there you see it's round. That's not the perspective.
No, the perspective of like God being outside of time. Like we look at Google Maps on a screen and it's flat, right? God
Well,
being
when
outside.
you zoom out, it's a little.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
So,
Let's open up Google Maps right now.
No, I agree. I think the Earth is a sphere.
And it's hung upon nothing.
What about the
Correct.
moon landing? Did we go to the moon?
no.
Yeah, we definitely did.
Hey.
He believes that because Elon said it's true.
Yeah, well, I mean,
But why haven't we
virtually
been back?
every expert.
Mhm.
I don't
Virtually gaslighting once again. Virtually every expert says it's true.
That's not gaslighting.
It is to people that don't agree.
That's not
Because there's
gaslighting.
experts that you can say that.
Do you want to look up what gaslighting means? That's not gaslighting.
I'm sorry, Daniel.
Yeah.
Didn't mean to touch your heartstrings like that.
I love it. This is great.
That's not gaslighting.
I have the same. That's my go-to question: is why haven't we gone back?
Mhm.
But everybody who believes in the moon landing is like, we don't have to. We did it once. We
Yeah.
don't have to do it again.
Right.
Which is like, okay.
Yeah. How about
It even
if I'm pole vaulting?
leans more towards the space race being
Fake.
fake.
Yeah.
That we had to go there, and now we don't have to go back.
Yeah.
It's like it doesn't make sense to me.
Either we found something on the moon that we don't want to find again, or we've never been there. And I believe that angels are demons. So, I mean,
Whoa!
Demons
hot
are-
take.
Demons or angels?
No, I think that aliens are demons. So
You said angels are demons.
I know I'm sorry.
Aliens.
Aliens.
Okay.
Aliens.
Crack
So we
it open.
found demons on the moon
Aliens.
by aliens.
Well, it is very interesting when you look back at church history. Many of the church, I guess, like Saint Aquinas and like many of the church heads, the way that they saw angels, they tied them to stars. So the whole idea with like C.S. Lewis, where he writes about an angel coming down, he used to be a planet and a star. It's based off of church thinking back in the day where angels and demons were actually tied to planets, and that was actually like it's a body in space but also represented an actual angel. So like when scripture talks about the stars fell from heaven, it's not just like, you know, the angels fell. It was the idea that the angels or these demonic entities are actually tied to the planets.
Interesting.
And so, yes, could there be a spiritual being tied to the moon? Maybe. I don't necessarily. I think it's it's cheese ball. That's it. But just like the Earth has an owner, maybe the moon does too. Maybe
The
Jupiter
Earth
does.
has an owner. Does
Yeah.
it? Satan.
Maybe the moon's got an owner.
I thought you were going to say Black Rock Capital owns the Earth. Another
Oh,
one.
way.
And it's synonymous with
Another
Satan.
conspiracy.
BlackRock. Well, I mean, you
Oh,
know where
boy.
their name comes from.
All right, now we're gonna have to cut the whole podcast.
Why?
We're talking about BlackRock.
Can't say that.
So,
Our 400 followers aren't going to stand for
do
that.
we even have 400?
It's close.
Close, yeah.
On
Nice.
YouTube.
Yeah.
I mean, let's
Like
not enlarge
360.
ourselves. Let's be a little
Let's do that.
enlarge ourselves.
Okay, so do you think we actually leave the atmosphere though?
Hmm.
Because there's some people say we didn't go to the moon. Like we don't even leave the atmosphere. All these.
The space station
What do you
isn't
think
in
about-
space.
What do you think about
Sorry, well, it
satellites,
is
then?
in space, but it's not in outer space.
It's in the
That's the
sandwich.
difference. We've
Outer
been to space. We have not been to outer space. Space is still
Our
within
satellites
our
within our.
Our satellites
atmosphere.
are within space. has not. They don't go outside of space.
Eric does not agree.
Speak up.
You think the furthest that we've gone is atmosphere?
Inner space.
No, a person. A person.
Okay.
See, this is where
Not a spaceship or like a camera.
we should just invite Eric on screen for this final ep.
Yeah. I mean, this is a
Drag a
perfect
chair.
time to let everybody know that I'm leaving.
Bum, 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 bum.
Welcome back to God, Gains, and Grit. Today is a sad episode, I guess. Sad, it's kind of mixed. Well, we're sad.
I'm sad.
We're saying goodbye to Paul.
You can't be sad because then I'll
You can be sad. We are sad. A founding member of GGG is gone.
Leaving.
So tell us about it.
I'm out of here.
Give us a
I'm
monologue.
out.
My monologue. So it started back at Tacoma General Hospital. It is April 17th,
17.
1990.
Oh, 90.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
You guys are both 90?
90s babies.
So you're early 90, he's
And that's
late
when my
90.
mom got there, and then I was born, a little later. So
So I'm the only 80s kid here?
Yes.
What?
Dang.
80s
Okay.
grandpa.
Grandpa.
Disturbing to me, but
Yes,
Yeah, we are heading out.
Organs too much for you?
No, it's not anything.
it's not for
about-
political
It's
reasons.
not for political reasons. We feel like the Lord is calling us to move, and we've felt a pull since we've moved back. I mean, obviously, COVID was a little weird for everybody. Everyone started talking about
When did you
moving.
move here?
2020, January 2020.
So during COVID.
Yeah, so we were here for like normal-ish. I mean, I remember
3 months.
I remember the first week of January that we were here was when we were watching the Epic Times or Epoch, whatever that
Mhm.
was, about COVID and how it was somewhat starting and how they're not telling us all the information. 2.5 months later, everything gets shut down and all that. And I mean, what a surreal time. Crazy. And everybody's talking about, we're going to move, we're going to do this. We didn't feel like we were called to move then, but since we moved back, it's always felt like God has had a plan to take us somewhere, and it hasn't necessarily felt like Oregon was the final destination. So here we are.
Why
Take-
green? Wait. I might have to chop that out. Can we say where you're moving?
No.
Oh, really?
Can I say
He's a very
South
private
Carolina?
person.
Can I say South Carolina?
Yeah, you can say so.
Just say
Okay, cut the last
Florida.
10 seconds.
Wait.
I was
So
just
we
saying-
can't actually say where you're going?
I'm a private person.
Say,
There's
say,
no
we can say
reason
South
to.
Carolina.
Can we say you're going with your family?
No.
say you're going
Can we
alone.
say you have kids?
No.
So Paul and his 5 kids.
I'm moving to Greenville.
Actually,
it's just
Greer.
outside.
It's Greer.
It's Greer.
Greer.
Yeah.
It's
Greer.
It's
Sorry,
Greer.
Eric.
Respect his decision.
Okay,
Yeah, we.
reverse back
It's
to
all
where
going to
you-
get cut out.
Yeah, okay. He's
Right?
gonna make sure of it.
No, no, it's fine. You say Greenville.
So why the move to South Carolina?
Well, Ashley has family there.
Okay.
So that's a big draw.
The drawl.
And there's a lot of things that make sense, and there's a lot of things that don't make sense. We have such a great community here. There's my family's still here. So there's definitely things that, especially after this past weekend, we went and saw my parents. It's definitely tough, right? Like you get scared. You start thinking, is this the right decision? Are we really actually supposed to be doing this? And just the resolve is like, look, if God's calling us, He's going to make a way. And so, we have an offering at the house, and several things are still moving forward. There's one thing that I'm praying happens. We still have a trailer that I need to get rid of. So if anybody wants to buy a pop-up.
A pop-up trailer?
Yeah.
You only have a couple kids.
But no, Greenville kind of was the the city that ended up being the top on the list. So I think we went through a process over the last few years of, okay, Idaho, California, Florida, Greenville, Texas. When we moved back to Arizona, we looked at a lot of different places and we were like, okay, what actually sticks? And Greenville was the one that stuck the most. It hits a lot of the boxes that Ashley and I have for like how we want to raise our kids, the future of our children.
Does South Carolina count as southern? I mean,
Oh yeah.
it's like
Yeah.
coastal. I think the southern, if you think of the South, it's like Georgia, Alabama, Mississippi, Louisiana, Texas.
Not Florida.
I mean, it kind of depends on it. I count Texas as south.
Florida's its own thing.
Florida is its own thing.
Florida's its own
That's
thing.
fair.
We don't even know what they are. We don't claim them. But once you get actually to the coast,
I feel like it's culturally south.
it's North Carolina, South Carolina. Does Georgia touch? I can't remember.
No, I think it's landlocked.
Georgia's not.
I think Georgia has a
Just touches
coastline.
the water.
Yeah,
It does?
Right above Florida.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
it's
think Georgia actually juts out
Yeah,
underneath South
South
Carolina
Carolina.
and between
Florida.
Florida. Now I want to look it up.
Wow.
You drive through Savannah to get to
Oh,
South Carolina.
Savannah. Nice.
Man,
Georgia.
Savannah. It's like molasses sticking on a roof of your mouth.
Georgia. Wrong now.
What a great episode.
This is good so far.
I was talking about The Office, but
Has been a murder.
it's been a
Literally watched that last night.
Did you?
Oh yeah,
That's great.
great episode.
Oh, so you're
What
on
you have is more Florida
the other side of
panhandle.
South Carolina. So you're like
What you
opposite
want?
of
We are
the
upstate.
southern drawl.
Yeah, Greenville is very much mountainous.
Here we go again.
One last time. Turn down for what?
I think it's admirable that you are seeking the Lord, and regardless of how unsure you are personally, emotionally with moving, I think it's cool to see that. I think the biggest reason for your move is that you feel like the Lord is calling you guys there, even though it doesn't make sense, even though like you can second guess the decision. You have family here, you have a community of friends here, like that stacks up against the reasons why you would leave. And I think it's cool, and like I said, admirable from my perspective, that the reason that you are moving is because you feel like the Lord is calling you guys there. I think so much of like people's reasoning behind moving or quitting a job or getting a different is always self-focused. You know what I mean? I'm doing this because excuse me, because X, Y, or Z, and they're justified logistical reasons or whatever the case is. And I think it's really cool to see that you guys are, at least since you moved here, you've felt like the Lord has said this isn't your home forever, and that you're continuing in the will that He has for your guys' lives. And I think that will be a blessing for you guys. I'm reminded of, like in Galatians, it says, walk in step with the Holy Spirit. And the fruits of the Spirit are as follows, and I think that that's something that you guys will see, especially in the transition. I know you have family there, or your wife has family there, so you were not like a complete island. But I'm excited to see what the Lord has for you guys, because that's like the main reason you guys are going, and I think when we're following the Lord's will in our lives, it's ultimately going to bless you guys the most. When we walk in step with the Holy Spirit and we're actually in His will, that's ultimately where our lives will be fulfilled the most, regardless of what comes, what you guys face, anything that comes your way. It's just encouraging. I've talked to my wife about it a lot, because she always asks me, or not always, but she'll consistently ask me, like, do they even want to move? And I'm like, I don't, sort of. Like,
It's
it's a bittersweet thing, right?
Yeah, it's
and
a
I
mix
think,
of emotions.
because we've had experiences with family or friends that have moved, and there's a laundry list of practical reasons behind it. And those aren't always the best reasons to do that. You know,
Well,
it's
we're
like-
not leaving via like grievances of
Right.
the state of Oregon, right? Like at the end of the day, I'm actually more concerned about the spiritual health in South Carolina versus the spiritual health here.
It's kind of more vanilla.
Yeah, everybody goes to church.
The Bible
Everyone.
Belt.
Oh, I'm a Christian.
Is that would South Carolina be part of the Bible Belt?
Yeah.
Is
I
it-
would say so. I mean, almost everybody goes to church. Like going to church is a normal thing. You have like
Stores shut down on Sundays.
yeah, and you have cities that are like, oh yeah, the Christmas time festival, we're going to walk and sing Christmas songs and hymns, and that's on the city webpage, right? Like everybody is Christian or knows Christianese, and so I think it's harder to discern people who are actually following Christ versus those who are not, who are actual Bible believing Christians, versus those who are just lukewarm or just not actually in the faith. And here it's such a dichotomy of like you've got churches that are not following scripture, and then you have churches that are, and then you also have just non-Christians where it's very easy to tell that they're not Christian
Less
because
gray.
because they're just like, I'm not a Christian and I don't even know what that means, right? Versus over there it's very everybody's a Christian.
God bless America.
Exactly.
Yeah, I think that's where I come from. So I come from Texas.
Yeah.
And that's what I discovered very quickly coming here was that it's not culturally cool to call yourself a Christian.
Mm.
In high school, I remember thinking it's very strange that all my baseball teammates in high school, like varsity baseball guys that are like trying to say they're believers or they claim Christ, but then they're talking about what they did last weekend and they're just, there's no follow through. There's no connection between being a Christian and it changing who you are.
And there's no
So-
fruit.
Yeah, and when I came here, it was completely different. It was like you were either on or off, but you didn't apologize or act like you were the other thing. And yeah, I find it refreshing to be up here because it is not like a lukewarm morass of people trying to pretend to be something they're not.
Yeah, they're like, they go to church on Sundays, they'll say, bless you, brother, and then they'll go steal money and embezzle and, throughout the week. And you're
Mhm.
like,
Yeah, here we have a pretty clear example of do and do not.
yeah, there it's very great. So like when I think about moving there, like that was my biggest thing. It's like, we're leaving a fantastic church community, and so there's still a lot of fears and there's still a lot of things where I'm just like, this does not make sense. It doesn't feel like, wow, I don't feel like this is right. But then it's like, no, just keep walking in step, keep pushing forward. And it's like, not everything has to make sense. It just needs to be the right calling. So that's what we're doing.
Have you found a Through the Bible church over there yet?
Yeah. That's the funny thing about like all of it. I think Calvary Chapel Greer is the church that we're going to attend, and we've been watching, and they have a worship leader who gets up there without shoes.
Very West Coast.
Very hippie. It's pretty funny. But it is very similar
Let
to
the
what
dogs bark.
my dogs are barking. It's very similar to what my wife grew up going to, and it's a smaller church, but they go verse by verse through the Bible. They are in, I want to say John. They're in one of the Gospels.
Nice.
But like almost, when Brett had the whole sermon about sexual immorality and stuff, that same weekend, Calvary Chapel Greer had the exact same, just a different verse.
That's awesome.
And there's been several things throughout the last year and a half, 2 years that we've been watching them that have been like almost to a T the exact same sermon, which has been funny. Like on the same weekend, just different verses. So one, it could be, obviously the Bible touches on many things at different points in time. It's just odd that at the exact same time you'd have such a fun sermon multiple times throughout the year. Yeah. Anyway.
It's cool.
They all buy the same sermon planner.
And sometimes it feels that way, where you're like,
Are they talking?
well, they're Calvary Chapel, atheists.
That's what they came
Calvary
From the
Chapel.
tree.
Atheist, like a grandson.
They are
Of
Calvary
Calvary
Chapel. They just,
Calvary. Yeah.
I do like what Brett had talked about with having non-denominations, right? Not putting a sticker over the church. But I do think it is helpful though, because most Calvary Chapels are typically verse by verse through the Bible, and they are a non-reformed solution for verse by verse, like Bible based.
I didn't realize how good verse by verse was. The Atheist is the first church I've been to that does that, and now I'm like, I couldn't go back.
We can't go to
It's
topics.
very strange going into a different church and then just being like, we're on week
Today
7
yeah.
of a 10-week sermon on, or 10-week series on whatever.
Movies in the Bible.
And that's what we make
Great one.
that's what we make fun of now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went to one, I don't know, 10 years ago or something.
40 weeks of giving.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
The
go
other
to,
12 are Christmas, Easter. Sorry, go ahead.
Is the tithe really enough?
is 10%,
Yeah.
or is it 20%?
I feel like they're almost like tipping. You know how they're like tipping in your face?
18%.
It's like, you didn't even do anything.
Groups of 8 or more should be 20%.
You probably can't talk about it too much, and it's not the reason you moved there, but it does sound like you have some pretty good career opportunities over there now too, huh?
Yeah, that would be, that was an unknown
Mhm.
until about 2 months ago.
Yeah.
But
Things keep falling into place.
you just keep falling into place. A lot of my bosses are excited about the opportunity, and I'm excited about the
That's
opportunity.
cool.
Yeah.
Awesome.
That's a big one, right?
It's
I
huge.
feel like
Yeah.
that was a kind of one of those like landmarks that you had to get to.
No, I always felt like I wasn't supposed to leave because I've had multiple job offers throughout the last 6 years of like, hey, come be a part of our civil engineering firm, and you can be a senior PM, and you'll do blah blah blah. Blue, 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 blue. And we want to structure the company around you, and it's like I never felt the pull of leaving my firm, and I know engineers are pretty like they like their
Fun people.
well, they're pretty boring. They don't like change.
Really spontaneous.
It's very spontaneous. But I feel like my wife has actually caused me to be more spontaneous. So like I am
So
very
she's the spontaneous one?
very much so. Like in a personality test from work, they're like, you're disciplined, you're structured, and then you're risk taking. Like, and I'm like, well, that didn't come from me. That's from my wife.
Yeah,
After-
disciplined, structured, and risk taking. That's
Yeah,
like
those
a-
are the three things.
It's not
Like that describes
oxymoron.
you. I'm like,
Yeah.
does it? That's actually what that describes the perfect blend of
it's
me
her
and my wife.
personality wearing off on you.
exactly. At a certain point, I say, you know what? Let's just do it. Why not?
Let's do it.
But I never felt like the Lord was calling me away from the company that I work with now, and a lot of it is just there's really good people who are trying their best to be good humans and treat other people well and treat them as well as they would want to be treated. But they're doing it just because that's the right thing to do. And it's like, you're so close. No, you do that because they're made in the image of God. We treat people well because they are innately formed by the Lord, and the Lord loves them. That's why we treat them well, right? And I have a heart for the people that I work with in terms of just like they're so close, but yet so far away.
Yeah.
And I just don't want to leave them. At least not right now. Right, until the Lord says, okay. But I don't feel that call.
That's exciting, man.
Mhm.
We're gonna miss you.
Oh, well, I'll still FaceTime and
No.
call in. I know I won't.
We'll
I won't.
see.
Yeah. See, that's the question. Is I've moved states, like huge moves like this before, and the fond farewells are always met with like, we'll stay in touch and we'll FaceTime and we'll be friends, and it's so hard. Even I would say even in our circle, it's like if you are single and you get married at different times than somebody else. The single friends are really hard to hang out with when you're suddenly married.
Mm-hmm.
But that's because
And
they
then-
don't understand the
That's true.
responsibilities
Yeah.
they have.
But
But
also
then
third wheel.
even the next
doesn't-
one is when you have kids. It's like I had really good friends that they didn't have kids when we had kids, and then it's like we're trying to hang out, we're trying to force it to happen, but it's like it just doesn't really vibe. It just doesn't happen because you've got a kid that you've got to watch, and they don't have a kid that you can't.
I think it's hard though to really relate with people that aren't in the same season of life, right?
Right.
Like people without children don't understand what it's like to have a child.
That's why we had a good thing here, Paul.
We did.
You
we
wrecked
did.
it.
Yeah.
You went and blew it all up.
Hey,
We had a good
I'm
thing going.
I'm a risk taker. No, my wife and I, we've been trying to stay pretty consistent on we don't say anything that we actually don't mean, right? Like a lot of things come across the text was like especially with people that may just be finding out about this over the podcast and not actually personally from us. And sorry about that.
What?
Not our intention to hurt anybody or
Brandon's
hurt
hurt right
anybody's
now.
feelings.
Brandon just found out.
But to also just be intentional with the things that we say. So like, I don't intend to message all you guys and say, we're going to FaceTime every day.
We don't
just
do
said
that already.
We don't do that. Like, we have our text message group. I completely intend on Saturday mornings to take a video of what I'm doing and saying, you guys better be up. Because I got
You're also gonna
by
send,
myself.
You're also
By
gonna send it
3
at
a.m.
3
Yeah.
a.m.
Yeah.
my
Just
time.
send it
No.
at 6 a.m.
Well, no, I'll send it at 3 so that you guys wake up. And you know that I'm doing it by myself in my garage. So you better get
You
up.
don't even have friends and you're doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't even have any friends.
Dang.
I mean,
That's
So-
the whole point of the group.
If I do another partner workout, you're gonna have to find some friends.
so I intend to.
Yeah.
The first question when we go to church, do you work out?
Yeah.
Do you like to work out? Do you like to work out?
Found a gym over there.
They got a lot of gyms. There's also the world's fittest man lives in Greenville, Spartanburg.
Is that why you're going there? Trying to find him?
J Hop. I actually saw him. I didn't go up and
I
talk to him.
saw him.
I saw him.
Fanboy.
I saw him from a
Fanboy.
distance.
Did you touch his garment?
No, I did not. No, it was.
Did you get ripped?
His heart rate starts going up.
No, it was 2 years ago, so it was prior to him becoming the fittest man this past year. And he was at really cool, what would you call that? They have them in
Meet and
Portland
greet?
as well. Well, it's a large building that has many different. It's like a food court, but not a mall food court. Portland has them where it's a
Food
big
hall?
building, yeah, like a food hall.
Yeah.
He walked in. Nobody really knew who he was, and here I am taking a picture from like 50 feet away. And Ash was like, "What are you doing?" I'm like,
Nothing.
"This is Jason Hopper. He's like one of the top 10 fittest men in the world." It was like not as cool as meeting Rich Browning.
Yeah.
Did you get to meet Rich?
No, I don't think he was there.
Oh.
It was an off day.
He's hardly.
He
ever
could have
at
been,
the
and I
gym.
wouldn't have recognized him.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yeah, it's funny when I quit my last job, there's another salesman that got along really well with, and after
We'll be friends forever.
when I was like last day, I was like, "Oh, stay in touch," and he's like
Lies.
He's like 55. He's like,
Wait.
because with other he was the only other salesman, so we had 20 conversations a day, regardless of how short or detailed the conversation was. So I was like, "Well, I'll just call you. I'll be in my truck and whatever." And he's like, "No, you won't. We won't talk. We won't ever talk again." And I was like, "Bro, what are you talking about?" Have never called him.
You should call him.
I haven't talked to him in 6 years.
Call him today.
See, this is
Yeah, call him right
this
now.
is the funny thing. I
It's-
moved from Texas. One of my best friends in high school went to the same church. We would text every day, hang out every day. We were like causing trouble all weekend. You know, we were just constantly together, and he was always a little bit wiser than me. And when I decided to move to Oregon, I was like, dude, we'll stay friends, we'll do whatever. And he was just like, no, we're not. And so the last day he was like, have a nice life. And then we never spoke again.
Well, do you guys have any friends that have moved like across country and you've maintained the friendship?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just very rarely.
Yeah, it's not super common.
That's the funny thing about, I tell my kids all the time, it's like family is the one that you will always be with. So it's like my brother lives in Florida. And so we can't live further apart and still be in the continental U.S. Basically, he's as far away as he can be.
Oh, he's in the Keys.
No. But I'm just saying, like state-wise. I mean, technically, I could be in Alaska, but continental U.S. Yeah, we're like on the corners, and but it's like that he's one that I will consistently call and I will keep up a relationship with because you're related to him. But friends-wise, it's really tough. I think I have maybe 2 friends from high school.
When you say maintain, that you can't maintain a friendship. The same.
No, I think you can.
I
So
have a
like,
buddy that moved to
Well, what do you mean?
Boise.
That's why I'm saying maintain.
Yeah, what do you mean?
Like we chat
I
on
think
the phone
his point is
every couple
you're
months.
not really friends. You're acquaintances who still know each other.
who have
kept,
history.
Yeah, I mean,
you kept a history.
if you have a friend that you see once or twice a week,
Yeah.
you hang out with them, families hang out, whatever. You can't maintain that.
No.
You can
so
stay in
for
contact
example,
and talk.
in
And
3 years, if you go to South Carolina, you might be like, oh, Paul lives there, and you'll call Paul, and you'll act like old buddies, and you might stay at his house. That doesn't mean you maintain the friendship that long. It's just like you're still acquaintances who hung out a lot once.
But I think it just depends on the friendship that you had, right? So like,
It certainly can happen. I have a buddy who he and I were good friends, and then he took a job in Moscow, spent 2 years in Moscow, and then literally was like on the last flight out before Moscow or before Russia, Ukraine started their war.
and he's Ukrainian.
And he's Ukrainian in Moscow, so he dipped out, and then he took a job in Austin and has been there for like 4 years.
Mhm.
And we still text and call regularly. And it's been 6 years since we've lived in the same place.
yeah, I don't call. Sorry, guys. I will message and send memes.
You just said FaceTime a second ago. So
I know that was a
That was
lot.
a lot.
I'm going to FaceTime you.
My wife and I were like, are we really going to...
Are you that guy that doesn't pick up FaceTimes?
No, I pick up FaceTimes.
Okay. I'm going to FaceTime you.
Okay.
My wife and I are already talking about, like, are we seriously going to go visit you guys in South Carolina before we even go visit my sister in Texas? But we're thinking to do, like, a long
A trip.
vacay and do both.
Yeah.
Because the problem is my sister lives in East Texas. So you
Hard
have
to
to
get to.
fly into Dallas.
She
Hard
lives
to get
like 30 minutes to an hour away from where I was born and raised.
Yeah.
It's wild.
So you have to fly into Dallas.
Yeah.
And with 4 kids.
Drive 2
it's
hours.
Just...
I'll come with you to visit Tom.
We would probably
Tom?
just do a...
Yeah.
We would probably just do a long
Road
2
trip.
week
Yeah.
road
Hit
trip.
Austin, rent a nice SUV, and just drive.
Yeah. So that would be the thing.
It's like a 2-day drive to South Carolina.
Yeah, he was a catcher for George Fox when Tom was a senior pitcher.
Really?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Small world.
It is.
It's a
Tom,
we were best friends.
after all. And then we can go to Disney World together.
Yeah, that is funny. People think because you're on the same baseball team, you must be friends. No.
Acquaintances. Yeah.
Wait, seriously?
What?
Like you're not like friends with your teammates?
No, I was. Some of my best
Daniel's
friends.
the one who said you're not friends with your
No, I
teammates.
said people assume you're best friends because you're on the same team. It's like you have best friends on the team, but there's also guys you barely know on the team.
Yeah.
Barely know. Really?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
How big is a baseball team?
15.
We had
Well,
I barely know you.
I didn't play in college.
We just
We had about-
spend every
I
day
think
together.
18 to 20 guys on the team, on the varsity team. So you had
And you barely know them, and you play. You're with them every day.
okay. Well, maybe I'm just telling you my experience. I can't speak for everybody else. I
There's
was
still
not
like
popular.
alienated people on a team. They're quiet or they don't like talking. They don't ever hang out outside of baseball, so they're just there. And of course, you probably talk to them when you're playing.
Yeah, usually there's
But-
like that group that they hang out all the time, and this group
Yeah.
that hangs out all the time, and you
It
have
still can be clicky.
very much so.
Are we talking high school? Are we talking
Yeah.
college? Okay.
College is probably even more so.
Yeah,
You have,
it's clicky.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Wow. I guess I had a different experience. Well, just my perspective is
How many people are on a soccer team?
on like the whole team, 30 plus.
Yeah.
But you only travel with 18.
you were a Hall of Famer though, so
Sure was.
you had a tight knit.
See, he was the guy that everybody wanted to hang out with. He's a star.
Not true. Not true. They called me one beer, Paul.
What?
One beer.
Oh, because you only hung
Because
out
I
for
only
one beer.
drank with one beer. Yeah,
Good job,
I had
man.
one beer, and then you'd fill it up with water. When I was legally able to drink. I'm not going to
Right.
talk about what
Yeah, only after.
No, you fill up the
You
bottle
put
with
water in
Yeah.
after you drink a beer.
Well, it's
and
better
there's,
than
like,
somebody
residue
trying
left.
to hand you another beer.
No, I get it.
Yep.
But
So.
it sounds gross.
No, the
Like
play.
water beer.
You can't rinse it.
It's Michelob, which is
It's
what I-
basically water.
Yeah,
It's basically what Waterloo and all those drinks are. It's just got a tint of some
Yeah,
something in
copper.
the water.
Disgusting.
It's like
Oh,
You
it
don't like
just feels
seltzer
like
water?
off
No.
water.
Do you like
have you
seltzer?
guys?
Some of them. Spindrift is really good.
Yeah,
It just feels
That's
like-
because it has real fruit juice in
Yeah.
it.
the cranberry.
Oh, the Christmas one?
the Christmas
Oh,
is so good.
That's good.
Christmas LaCroix? Or
No.
Spindrift?
Spindrift.
Because I was going to say Splinter.
Splinter Drift.
The Splinter Drift. Spindrift.
LaCroix is not good. Like
No,
there's like
but-
Waterloo. No, not good.
LaCroix is
Spindrift?
cheeks, dude.
It's good.
Spindrift's good.
Well,
Poppies
guys,
are good.
Poppy's not. That's a different
Different
category.
category.
That's
5 grams of sugar.
Yeah, it's good. No, I totally agree. They're really
Poppies
good.
is
I
just-
drink poppies.
It's a.
You
It's a
said
soda.
what?
Poppy's
It's a
just soda.
Yeah, it's a soda, but it's a
Bringing
healthy.
Maybe
Pop-
Poppy can be our first
Yeah.
podcast sponsor.
Doubt it.
Yeah, me too.
They just went through a lawsuit.
Oh, we don't want you.
That was a
anyway,
funny
Poppy.
lawsuit, dude.
Yeah.
People were suing them because they claimed, or because they were saying that Poppy made false claims that it was like a gut health supplement, and it's like, no, they were just saying it's a better alternative to like
Yeah.
soda.
It
But
said
people,
Well, it said
gut
prebiotic.
health. Yeah,
Yeah.
prebiotic.
and so but people were suing them over that. I'm like, oh man, America.
Well, people are suing everybody
I
for
know.
anything.
That's what
what's
the point
ridiculous.
was. It's like this is so
But-
dumb.
Well,
Yeah.
you know, Red
You
Bull
gotta understand what it is,
Gives you
though.
their whole Red Bull gives you wings. They added like 5 eyes
That it does not
Wings.
actually.
because somebody
Yep.
filed a lawsuit because they.
They said
Yeah.
I thought it actually gave me wings. Jumped off the house, broke their leg, and then
That's commitment right there.
Now
dude.
they have
They knew it didn't give them wings. They're like, I'm just gonna
Wings.
sue them.
with all the
Yeah,
eyes.
there's like used to be just wings spelled right. Now it's like 5 eyes.
They don't actually give you wings, guys.
Stupid.
That's really dumb.
crazy?
That's wild.
It's like the whole like McDonald's
Coffee?
hot
Yeah,
coffee
that's
thing.
exactly
You're
what I
like you ordered a hot coffee. Like
Oh, burning your.
I get it that it's like 180 degrees, but
Might have
like
been a little too hot.
yeah,
So-
but still.
Have you
It's
ever
what
have
you
you ever
ordered.
looked up that story though?
No, I think it actually vindicated the woman who got burned.
Yeah, I think it was a guy, but whatever. The,
They do
the,
get
the,
burned.
the
Probably a
famous
woman
the
now.
famous story is like it was heated to a point that was like melted her flesh or something like that. Like it was.
She had internal.
It would. Yeah, it was like it wasn't as you dumped hot coffee on yourself. Like
Yeah.
take personal accountability. It was actually like
200 degrees.
yeah, it was insane how hot it was and did real damage to her, and that's why she won all that money. But it became like you dumped hot coffee on yourself, and now it's
Well, McDonald's came out on top of that, even though they had.
Did they?
Well, with the story, right? Like we're talking about. Oh, remember McDonald's and the
Publicity is publicity.
yeah.
All news is good news.
Yeah.
So as we transition to getting you on the road, what's your final message? What do you want to talk about? Conspiracy theories? Do you want to warn everybody about Harry Potter?
No, I think most people who know me know my opinion about Harry Potter, and if you'd like to have lunch or dinner and talk about it, then we can
In the
definitely
next
do that.
month before you go.
Yeah. I think it's an important thing because that's one thing that really does shock me is as much as we're in a Bible believing church, I feel like people don't believe the Bible. That's my opinion when you're saying Harry Potter is okay. So I mean, at the end of the day, it's not a salvific issue. So moving on.
Salvific.
I like that word.
You would have
Salvific.
been squirming at my birthday dinner the other night.
About Harry Potter.
Silas and Naomi were referencing their personalities based on the Sorting Hat.
Oh, a Slytherin and all that.
This
And they're like your buddy.
Naomi was like, Silas is a recovering Slytherin.
Yep.
And I was like,
Wait,
if
what?
Paul were here, he would be shaking his head right
You were
now.
supposed to be there. You were supposed to
I
be
was
at that
supposed
dinner. You
to.
were supposed to be at the dinner.
I can't remember why I couldn't.
You know, the Lord calls us to
Very
different
odd.
things, and
Yeah.
you know, I just don't think you guys would have had that much fun with me there then.
It's probably true.
Yeah, I would have been a big
Have you
downer.
argued with Silas and Naomi about this before?
Yeah,
Really?
and they've been on my side the entire time.
That's why they said recovering.
it's still in there. You know.
Well, it's one of those things where there's things that I played as a kid, video games, that I won't play anymore, but I have a soft spot for those things because I love the darkness.
Like GTA.
Because
Yeah,
your
I
genes
love
are
the
evil.
darkness.
Dude, the fact that-
the flesh loves
The fact
darkness.
that you're 12 and you could just mass murder people in GTA,
Dude,
at
that's
12.
not even half of it.
it's just ridiculous.
Modern Warfare 2 actually had you going in and like being a terrorist
Yes, I
in
remember
an
that.
airport. Horrible.
I remember that.
Absolutely horrible.
Dude, Modern Warfare 2 was insane.
Fond memories.
Insane, bro.
See, this is something that I have taken with me, and I should tell my parents this. I've never told them this, but like, hey, mom and dad, I'm
They
glad
don't watch it.
I'm,
Don't worry.
I'm glad you didn't let me do. I'm glad you didn't let me do
Do video games.
because I have no
Video?
memory of anything.
Oh.
So it's like I never played
How sad.
Grand Theft Auto. I never played Modern
Halo,
Warfare.
you're missing
Halo. I've never played basically any of the classic games that everybody talks about. I'm like, no. The only one I've played is Madden,
Well, I do think it's interesting.
and that I'm okay with.
I think it's interesting though because you have a perspective of you don't have a fleshly pull to something that's ungodly, right? And I think that's, you know, we talk about nostalgia and we talk about what we love, and this formed me as a child. But if you could go back and say what I would rather have had form me was the Bible and godly men, and that I have a fondness for the Scripture and I have a fondness for God, versus I have a fondness for Grand Theft Auto, I have a fondness for Halo, I have a
See-
fondness for Mario. Those aren't, GTA is bad. But Halo and Nintendo, those might not be bad things in itself, but what is better?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
What would have been better?
I think there is something to be said for if my family had family Nintendo nights where we all played video games and like had that togetherness around a video game, or if I had friends that we had togetherness around a video game. It's not as much about the game as much as
It's the community,
collective,
yeah.
that
Community
collective
around
memory of it.
The tradition.
Yeah,
Well, we played Mario Kart all the time. My kids love it. Together as a family, right? But there's
Yeah.
something different when you're doing that together as a group versus is it something that, like, I played video games for hours. I remember in college, I looked at my save file for Skyrim and I had spent 100 hours in Skyrim. And I'm like, if I even just worked 100 hours, I'd be $1,000 richer. And that's when I put the controller down and said, this is stupid.
yeah, the waste of time.
It brought
I tell
nothing.
my son that all the time because his uncle gave him a one of those. What are those? The ones that are like
A
the
Switch?
Switch. Yeah, the Switch, and we basically never give it to him because if you give it to him once, he'll ask for it 1,000 times, and it's like, no, we're doing this once in a while.
Just let him have it.
Yeah, and then after he plays it, he's a worse person. Like, you know, his like attitude is bad and all of the things downstream of that.
It's
So-
way easier to keep things from your kids than to take them away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Once he's had the taste, it's spoiled forever.
Devil's advocate, though,
Go for it.
is when your son hits 18 and he's able to go do whatever he wants.
See, I think that
Teaching
is
him the balance.
I think
Yeah.
that
and the
In order to
Yes.
keep balance, you got to give it to them.
yes,
at some point.
but I think that's such a myth. Like I think this idea that if you hold things back from the kids as soon as they turn 18, they'll go nuts. I think that is a limiting belief that is a lie, because I'm an example of my parents held me back from a lot of stuff, and I didn't just go nuts when I turned 18.
Yeah, but you don't have hobbies either.
Me?
Or friends.
Well, no,
Hey,
we
I'm not saying they were perfect. I'm not saying I'm
Just kidding.
perfect.
I'm
See,
I'm
I
saying-
have the complete opposite experience of you though. So I think
You were
it
held
is a
back and then ran.
yes. Then I ran wild.
Right, but I'm just saying I don't think you can say for sure that it will happen.
I think it-
because it doesn't.
Based on your personality.
Guess,
too.
I think
guess
yeah.
who didn't watch Harry Potter as a kid and then watched all 8 films when they got to college?
This guy.
Guess who didn't watch
You
Harry
watched
Potter
all
as
8,
a
8 films?
All 8 after I got to college. Actually, since adulthood.
And what did you think?
I just thought they were movies.
Oh, you
Yeah.
didn't think that they were demonic?
Guess
So,
who,
I mean, this is
guess
the
who
thing,
didn't grow
early
up,
on-
Guess who didn't grow up watching Harry Potter and still hasn't watched all of them?
That means you're the
I
most
just
holy.
I think I've watched a couple of them. I honestly don't know which ones. And
So-
I'm just like,
Yeah.
You know
yeah,
what I mean?
they're
Like,
just
and-
movies. To me,
and-
I was like, it didn't make me want to. Now, I will say, my wife has noted how much, specifically my son, will watch something and then want to go do it.
Mhm.
Right? So I think in those,
GTA.
yeah, in
Harry
those,
Potter.
you have to be so careful, because my son, if he watches Sonic, will just start darting all over the house
I love that.
and pretending trying to be Sonic. He's
I
like,
still
I'm
do
so
that.
fast, so
I do-
fast.
Yeah, I do
Yeah.
that, dude.
Yeah, so it's like Sonic is okay
It's-
because all he does is run around really
Yeah.
fast around the neighborhood and imagine that he's Sonic.
If
I
you
mean,
watch like
literally,
Braveheart as an adult,
this
it's the same
weekend-
thing. You're like, I'm
Oh!
fired up right now. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
it's a guy.
My son watched some kind of cooking show. So he watched he watches the Dude Perfect app.
Yep.
Highly recommended, by the way, because they basically curate all of the ads to be children specific, and they're all believers. It's a really great app. So anybody who's on that app is pretty much, we just let them, like, anything on the app is okay at this point, as with the Dude Perfect app. And there's this one,
Except for the Mormon guy.
okay, but anyways, I don't know which Mormon guy we're talking about.
He's not part of Dude Perfect, but he's the guy that had what's his name? He did the squirrel Olympics. He used to work for NASA.
Not tracking.
Well, anyways, he did a whole debacle on why Tesla was actually not good. And
Oh, the science guy.
yes,
He's a
Bill
Mormon.
Nye?
he no.
Oh.
Yeah,
No,
he's
no,
an
no, no,
atheist.
no,
No,
I
he's a
remember
Mormon.
that.
He's
I
a Mormon, and he
know that.
totally just sold his soul for money
Yeah. Oh, about
And-
Tesla.
about Tesla.
Yeah. Anyways, so now they have some kind of chef on there. So literally, he finished watching a show, and Justine turned it off, and he spent the next like 2 hours trying to cook in the kitchen and like plated eggs and with like stuff on top and gave it to my daughter. He's like,
Beautiful.
you know, he's
Beautiful.
wanted to be a chef. So it doesn't matter what he watches, he will try to perform it. So for him specifically, I would never let him do Harry Potter, because he would go out, break a stick off, and be like, "Ha!" and try to cast spells or something.
Mom, do you have a cauldron?
Yeah, when I watched it at like
I-
18, 20 years old, it was just a fantasy movie like any other. Like, it didn't affect me any different than Cinderella and a fairy, making her into a princess.
I
It was
didn't
just
watch the last couple. Like,
Those-
I will
they
say
just-
they got
those
scarier.
are pretty much
They
the
got
darkest.
much
for sure.
darker and scarier.
Yeah.
And I don't do scary movies, so I was like a little bit, but it seemed so fake that it wasn't.
You know what I should do? So my son's scared of like very simple movies right now.
Yeah,
Like
just
Finding
show him the
Nemo.
last
I
Harry
should
Potter.
show him Harry Potter for like the 2 minutes that it would last, and then he'll just never want to watch Harry Potter again.
Yeah, once you get to like what is
Is that a good,
it's like
good
the
strategy?
The third one that has the
I don't know if that's
The
a good
crazy thing is,
strategy.
like,
It's not.
Finding Nemo, Lion King, they
Yeah.
all begin with tragedies.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
So it's hard for somebody like your son
Mm-hmm.
to show any children's movie to. Because a lot of them have that
Bambi.
emotional
Which I think
struggle.
that's okay because it's life. I think that's good, like life lessons,
Yeah.
But
I kind of feel bad letting the girls watch Disney because like every Disney, they're all princesses. It's like, sorry, honey, you're not gonna be a princess. So it's
you're
like,
my little princess.
She is a
Sure.
princess.
I think
though.
she-
All
I
of them
think
are
she-
princesses.
See-
They're daughters of the Most High God,
okay,
Mm-hmm.
right? Like
well,
they are
It's a
princesses.
good lesson.
Yeah,
Don't
I don't
know
think
your
there's
worth.
anything wrong with being
Know your worth, King.
princess.
Queen.
Okay, well
Prince.
don't
Prince.
call people. No, you're not kings.
Prince.
There are no kings. No kings. I had a conversation with
Oh,
my
man.
brother about that this weekend.
Is he a
Don't worry,
lefty?
he's gonna fall asleep
Is
before
he
he
a
gets to this
lefty?
point.
We'll put that and send it to him.
Should. He is a Washington Republican.
That's a lefty.
So that's left wing.
I don't even know what that means.
I don't know either, but nobody is as no one's conservative up there.
That's
Very
That's an
in my
Oklahoma
minimally
terrorist.
center leaning.
like
It's a spectrum.
he's on the spectrum.
He's on the spectrum.
Love you, bro.
You think he'll
Wake up. What's his name?
I'm not.
Oh,
Right.
wake up, bro.
Hey,
You
Paul's
don't-
brother.
no.
We believe in you.
Brandon.
What?
You have any more Disney takes? See, I think that's the thing with Disney movies is almost all of them have some sort of magic in them. So that's why I never felt like.
But is the
Harry
magic
Potter was-
based in reality, or is it just a part of the story
Well, it
that
depends.
progresses?
Are you saying that the reason, how it's written?
No, like is it easy to distinguish reality from non-reality?
The Harry Potter is
Harry Potter's very
actual
easy.
witchcraft.
Like it is
Right.
written from the perspective of
I have a
J.K.
question.
Rowling went through, saw what witchcraft was, and put that in her book.
Alice in Wonderland. Is that weird to anybody else? Like
100%. But it was
My-
it's supposed to be a weird book if you look at
it looks like somebody wrote it on acid. Or
But he wasn't
something.
on acid. He was the
I agree
the
with
little
that
girl's
hot take,
teacher.
actually.
Yeah, this little
Super
girl
weird,
had
but-
a.
Super weird.
She had a syndrome.
Yeah, she couldn't like.
She couldn't distinguish what depth
Yeah.
perception and
Yeah.
things like that. So that's why you have these. She's a tiny person in a massive world, or vice versa.
He wrote it for her to help her, and so like I don't know the whole story, but it's not as crazy as you think when you understand the
It
background.
did happen to be turned into a film during the
70s.
70s,
And they were on
and
acid.
they might have been on acid.
Yeah.
Somebody was on acid in the whole thing.
Wow.
No, I'm just kidding. I have no idea. But that's one of the ones that gave me the creeps. I don't
It's
like
a
that
weird
movie.
one.
I don't
I
like that
agree.
movie at all.
But it that's easy
think
to
you sounded
distinguish
like it.
reality
No.
versus what's not reality.
Yeah.
And would you call any of that magic, or just nonsense?
Probably nonsense.
It's just nonsense.
But yeah. I don't know. I feel like there
Can
are
you eat a mushroom and shrink
What
down?
about like Moana, where grandma dies and now she's part of the sea and stuff? That I don't really like those ones.
Well, that is riddled with demigods and
Yeah,
all sorts of
that
stuff.
too. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
even
do you outlaw that in your house or do you allow it?
we've never watched Moana.
You've never watched Moana?
No, I have. My kids haven't watched Moana. I don't think.
When did you watch it? By yourself?
Yeah, probably.
I'm just here.
Probably
in
with
the,
my
in
dad.
the theater by himself.
Yeah.
No, I think Elizabeth and I saw it when it first came out.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, even Maui, his "You're Welcome" song, he talks about.
And being God.
Well, he also talks about like
I made
going
the
down
earth.
into hell to bring fire from below, and then something about the sky, who made the
stars.
the stars.
I
in
think the
sky.
most
You're
disturbing
looking
part
at him, bro.
I think the most disturbing part about Moana and a lot of kids' movies is the central theme that she disagreed with her parents and was right, and that the parents were wrong, and the parents end up apologizing at the end. That's the part that I'm like, I really hate the most.
That's almost every Disney film,
Almost every time, it's
except
like
for a Goofy movie.
even in like
They both
Tangled,
So are we back to conspiracy theories now? Like,
That Disney's
Big
trying to
Disney.
ruin your
Big
children.
Disney is trying to actually ruin your children.
influence your children to rebel against you.
Is that
Yeah,
a conspiracy you believe?
Absolutely,
100%.
100% believe. it.
I don't think it's just Disney though. I think it's just a lot of different companies. But we're talking about Disney, so
It's Hollywood.
yeah.
Yeah,
there you
I'll,
go.
yeah, I'll give you that.
You guys want to go to Disneyland?
Oh, I love Disneyland.
You
I'm
guys
against
can't talk
Disney,
back.
but I love Disneyland.
That's probably a lot of people's opinion, honestly.
I think everybody is there.
It is. I hate Disney.
Oh, but
GGG goes
Disneyland
to
is
Disney.
a vibe.
We could go to Disney World and invite this guy.
Well, so here's the thing.
Yeah.
If you didn't watch Disney films as a kid, would you have that nostalgic feel and
No, you
pull?
would
No,
not.
You wouldn't.
absolutely not.
I'm
And
the
so-
example.
That's why it's important to actually like make sure you understand what you are feeding your children right now, because they're going to have a fondness for it.
Mhm.
And it will be a vice for the rest of their life, because they're like, oh, I remember we did this with my parents.
Mhm.
We went to Disney.
But how
it
many
was so
people
much
do you
fun."
know that are fond of Harry Potter that have turned into witches? Is that that's not supposed to be a
Zero.
pedantic, rude question either. I'm like legit.
It's
like,
Oh, how
Like,
many
that's-
witches do you know?
yeah, I don't know any.
Yeah, I don't know any either.
That's because it's not a prevalent thing in our society.
No.
because they're
That's what
Keep it
I think.
up,
Ultimately,
yeah.
that
So-
matters.
So then,
It-
what's the negative? Because
Well,
You know
here's
what
the thing. Do you believe if you dress up with a robe and a wand and you start saying spells,
abracadabra, right?
are you practicing witchcraft?
I have no idea.
yeah. Well,
So if I dress up in a cloak and I pretend to myself that I'm a witch or a wizard and I say expeliosis,
Okay, tell you what. If you put on a cowboy hat and you ride a stick horse, are you a cowboy?
in my mind, yeah.
But are you actually? If you,
Being a
if
cowboy,
you,
but-
if you
but
get
being a
into
cowboy isn't
if
sinful.
you get into a cardboard box and say I'm an astronaut,
It's righteous.
Are you an astronaut?
In my mind.
But you're not. All of those things are
But
not true.
being an astronaut isn't sin, and
Okay,
neither is being a
pick
cowboy.
what- pick
Okay,
whatever you
fine,
want.
fine.
Pick
Let me
something
ask you this. If I draw a pentagram on
hang
the
on,
floor
hang on.
here and I put some candle
If I-
and I
if
praise
my
Satan,
son-
but I'm not actually doing it.
If my son goes out and grabs a stick and fashions it into a gun and says, "Stick him up, give me all your money," that's sin. He's now robbing someone. Is he actually a robber and a thief?
You're teaching him to be a robber and a thief, yes.
No, you're not. Like, I mean, I think yeah,
Yeah, but there's a very
but why
that's
is
just
it a
taking it too
lie?
far.
No, but there's a very
You can play cops and robbers.
I know, but
if
I
cowboys
draw
and
a
Indians-
pentagram on the ground and I put.
Again, you're going further than what you just said. You're
What are you
changing.
talking about?
Well, you're going
if
further
you're
the opposite
what you
direction.
just said was if you create a stick and you say the whatever and pretend like you're a
Because
witch or
that's the
whatever.
more gray area that everybody says is like, oh, well, you're not
Yeah.
really doing it. So I'm taking something that we all know to be wrong, which is drawing a pentagram on the ground and saying, Hail Satan. No,
Okay.
I'm not saying that's what they do in
We'll
Harry
throw
Potter,
that
but
out.
they do have pentagrams, they do have potions, they do have many of the
Yeah.
witchcraft items that actually are real. So if I did anything in that movie and
I
did that,
understand. But you're moving the goalpost. All I'm saying is you said if I get a wand and say abracadabra or
Yeah.
whatever, does that make me a witch? No, it does not.
No.
Does that mean I'm practicing witchcraft? No, it does not.
that's, I think, a gray area.
But
okay,
my point is,
excuse
across the platform,
Time out.
whatever movie you pretend to be doesn't make you it.
Time out though. Let's go back to what you just said. Does it make you a witch or does it have you practicing witchcraft? Let's just take those two
Either way.
items. Let's take those two items. Let's go back to your cowboy. If you got a gun and a wooden horse, does not make you a cowboy. Are you practicing a cowboy? Are you practicing a cowboy?
Yeah.
You are practicing a cowboy.
Mhm.
If you are in a cardboard box.
You said, "Are you the thing?"
But I'm trying to distinguish what you just mentioned.
Yeah.
Because in my opinion, both of those are the same, which I understand in your opinion they're not. And so let's separate it. We have, are you one or are you practicing one? Are you an astronaut when you're in a cardboard box? No. But if you are trying to be an astronaut, you are practicing an astronaut. And that's what's specifically talked about in the Bible, that do not do these things. Don't practice witchcraft. That's what you're doing. When you are going in and you're doing those things, we can all agree that you are doing a form of witchcraft. You're practicing witchcraft.
Yeah. I think I come to. Yeah, I don't know. I think
It
about
comes to, I don't know.
if I would.
Is it practicing
Can't
or
we-
is it not?
I think it is.
It's not practicing?
I think it. I mean, you guys are in two different points of conviction. So I would.
But that's the question: is this a point of
I think
sin
it's-
or conviction?
I think it's a problem because it is. The movies are. These are witches and wizards, by trade in school. They're at a school of what's
They're
it called?
teaching children
Hogwarts School of what?
witches.
witchcraft and wizardry.
How do you
Okay.
know that?
So I've seen them.
Me
So
too.
that's what it is.
Yeah.
It is witchcraft and wizardry. And of course, it's this anti-hero-esque movie because when you're starting at a baseline of you are a witch or a wizard, those are evil things inherently, right? That's
It's not good.
spiritual good.
Yeah, as is fairies and thieves and everything else. Yeah.
You
There's a
wouldn't
big
wanna be a
difference,
thief.
though. Yeah.
Right.
Thievery is sin.
Right. But I think that's what Brett's point is when he talks about this, is what actually comes out of this is not a bunch of kids, like you just said. How many people do you know that watched Harry Potter and
Yeah,
became
but
a
you
witch?
yourself
Doesn't
just
actually
said I would probably not let Marcus watch
Yeah. Why
Harry
not?
Potter
I think
because
Because he
Right.
pretends to be the thing.
Uh,
Correct.
what's wrong with that though?
Yeah, you just
Pretending
said
to
it,
be the
you
thing.
can practice witchcraft, you just can't be a witch.
I don't want him to practice that.
Well, why?
But that's his point.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
the
I
point
don't
that
think
he's trying
he's.
to make.
I don't think because he's doing that, he's actually a witch. That's
Right,
silly.
but
No,
you
but
don't
he's-
want
But
to
you don't want
practice
to
it.
even practice it.
That's
no,
his
I
point.
agree. I want to keep him as
I
far away
think-
from those things as possible. But I also don't think he became a witch because he picked
Right,
up
right,
a
right.
stick.
But he's
That's
not
what you're
saying.
saying.
No,
I'm
he's not saying. He's saying the practice of the thing.
Like, think of the fondness that
So
we
you're
have for
saying-
things as
Okay,
kids.
okay. To defend Daniel here on this, and
Why?
This doesn't make
well,
sense.
okay,
What you're saying doesn't make sense.
no,
What do you
okay,
mean
hold
it
on, hold
doesn't
on.
make sense?
We can go back to the cops and robbers analogy because that's good. Okay, so say like, it's very clear. Like if your kids are playing cops and robbers, somebody is
They
practicing
actually become
being
the robbers.
someone is practicing being a robber. Now, if you as a parent notice a propensity for your kid to really like to be the robber, and you're concerned about when he turns 20, 25, like he's going to like let this influence him and like actually become a real
Yeah.
thief, then like as a parent you should have the discernment to be like, okay, like hey, you guys should not be playing this anymore. No more cops and robbers, whatever. But typically, like the kids, just because they're playing cops and robbers and they're practicing being a robber, they're not going to grow up to be a thief just because of that game. I think, like, does that make sense?
There is more danger to
But
that.
there is a danger in that, right? Like you could like have a kid really enjoy being a robber, a thief.
Yeah, because
you
they
know?
might actually become a robber.
Interesting.
But them playing
Cops and
the-
robbers are a very common game
It
for
is.
kids, and there's more thieves in our world than there are witches and wizards.
How can you say that a kid who like I agree with you that just because a kid plays cops and robbers,
Mhm.
they're not going to become a robber. But how can you say that? There's no statistics that you can pull
Well, he
out.
just said there were. He said there's more of each thing.
Well, that is true,
there's-
but you can't say correlation and causation, right?
Yeah,
Those are
that's
two
true.
different
Correct.
things. I'm trying
That's
to say.
what I'm trying to say.
So okay,
you're the one
time
saying
out.
there is correlation and causation between.
Just
I'm saying that the
continue on
sin
with that.
is practicing witchcraft is sin,
Okay.
right?
Okay.
So, is your child wearing a cloak and saying expeliosis unknowingly practicing witchcraft?
I don't know.
Okay, and so I think that's the same question. Let's go back to cops and robbers. If your child is playing as a robber and they steal, are they practicing stealing?
Oh, hold on. Steal within the confines of the game, or they go to the supermarket and they steal something.
Within the comments.
Within the confines
That's
of the game?
not. That's pretend. That's not steal.
pretend.
I don't
Okay,
think
so
that's wrong.
then
But
you
you
can use that
practice it.
same.
Yeah. And so then, like, again, then you go back to, like, if you notice your kid has a propensity to, like, lean towards doing that a little too often, then they start going to the supermarket and they're like, I want to grab this Snickers bar. It's like, okay, you should probably nip that in the bud, you know? But, like, within the confines of the game, that's fine.
My son did
yeah.
that at like
Stole
4 years
something?
old. He
Stole
stole
something?
something from
I
Target.
think we've all
Really?
stolen
Already?
something.
Yeah.
I
And we
did
made
when I
him-
was a
You
kid.
stole the life of the
We made
party.
him take it back and tell the cashier that he
Yeah.
stole it.
Bro, that's a core memory for me, stealing something at 4 years old from a convenience store.
A
and
good memory?
marched
Okay.
back in to give
Let
it
me
back.
just.
Horrifying.
You were not saying that if your child does that, they're a witch. You were saying if your child does that, they're practicing witchcraft. That's anything that we do.
If
Yeah.
So if your
Again,
child's pretending to do
again-
that, is that a sin?
Well,
I would say no.
I would.
See, that's where they disagree.
Well, it's
right,
definitely on
but
the
I'm
side
just
of not
saying. He
good.
was saying
Yeah.
that.
Is it good?
He was saying. Paul is saying if your kid goes out and has a cloak on and does
Yeah.
this thing, that they are a witch
Well,
or they are.
he changed it halfway through, but then he said, okay, no, I'm saying they're practicing it, and that is the sin, not that they become that thing. But at first he said that they become the thing. That
Sure,
they
and I think the only thing that I was saying to you is that the reason that you wouldn't show Marcus or any of your children that show, or mainly him, is because
You don't
he
want
would have a propensity to want to practice that, and you
Mhm.
don't want him practicing that.
Yeah.
That's, you guys are saying the same thing. You just don't believe that him practicing it is sin.
Makes
you
him
think,
the thing. Yeah.
Okay,
I'm not saying
so
makes
let's
him
take
the
a
thing.
different part of Harry Potter and
I
let's
think
say
we're running out
making
of time.
spells. Let's say we're making potions.
No
we just-
potion making.
So is that a sin? Right? Like everybody be like, oh, well, he's just using a stick and that's not a big deal. If I'm here and he's looking at a recipe book and he's like, I have newt and blah, 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 and blah, 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 and stir it around. Right? Like,
Your thing is in the confines of the game.
in the confines of the game, the teacher.
I've never had to struggle through this question because I thought Harry Potter was dumb.
It's also the same
So-
thing like when your kids
me
are
too.
playing
Yeah.
cops and robbers, and my son has a stick and he points the stick at my daughter's head. I'm like,
No, you
Don't
don't
do
do that.
like
Yeah.
you would not do that.
Yeah.
Why? Because that's depicting
You're
shooting
practicing
somebody, right?
something over and over where you,
Yes.
it's
So there is like the playful element,
Mm-hmm.
but it is
Yeah, I mean,
interesting.
I think there's something to what you're saying. I think there is something to, as a parent, having judgment between like you said, like you're playing and then it goes too far, and you're like, hey, you seem to always want to be the robber in
Yeah.
that situation.
Yeah.
You're always casting the death spell or whatever. I think there can be guidelines for being like, hey, maybe we don't do that.
I was
Like,
just saying, don't even open the door.
right.
mainly what I'm
Here's the
saying
thing.
is that we're
you're not gonna regret
No.
you're not gonna regret not letting your kid pretend to be a witch or a
That's
wizard.
facts.
You're not gonna regret
That's
it.
fair.
Yeah.
Stay further away.
All
Yeah.
of us agree with that.
all I was trying to say is that nostalgia
I thought that
is
was a
a
good-
huge impact.
I agree. I agree with
I think
that.
that was a good point.
I agree with that 100%.
You're right.
We
Like
landed somewhere.
everybody else, you all now know my conviction, and you have to be convicted by the Lord in your own. And I will plant my flag where I'm at 100% and base it off of what I believe the Bible says.
Capture the flag.
There you go, which is great.
Hey, is capturing a flag evil?
No,
If it's in the confines of the game.
If it's in the
Come
confines,
on.
you can steal the flag if it's in the confines of the game. But stealing is
It's just
bad.
nostalgic. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah, well, so
I
but
agree.
I'd
it's
still play
important
that
to
game.
make
Yes.
sure that the
Yeah.
things that you let your kids watch
Yeah.
and listen to will have an immense impact on them, who they are as an adult,
All right.
and what they will want to do.
So our final rep today.
That's my final.
Your
rep.
final.
final rep today is
Paul
not
only.
going to be to the listener. It's going to be to Paul.
Are we all doing? Are we all doing final rep?
We're all going
I
to do a
have
final
a
rep
final
to
rep
Paul,
today.
like encouragement
Wow.
to Paul.
I already did my final rep, so go.
Yeah, your final rep. You're done talking for the rest of
Yeah, let's go around this way. Go.
the
Okay.
encouragement to Paul.
Encouragement to Paul. Let me know how it is over there. We wanted to come.
You're looking to leave too.
Yeah, no, I think my youth pastor used to call it heaven friends. It's like we don't have time for everyone, and people move, and like heaven friends. We'll see you again in heaven. So, not saying that's what's gonna
Amen.
happen. We'll still be in the workout group chat and all that, and if we are, and we'll come visit you. But we're gonna miss you,
Yeah.
and your family.
Likewise.
TJ's got nothing.
No,
Oh, I will be calling you because, as you now know, we have some things in common, and gonna need some advice there for sure.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
You've got 2 arms.
Yeah.
You hold each.
Yep.
1 Corinthians 16:13. 16:13.
1, 2.
Be watchful, stand firm in the faith, act like men, be strong, and let all you do be done in love.
Oh, yours is good.
Thank you.
That's to you and your family as you depart from here.
I got.
Skipping you?
Well, he always
Usually
ends.
go
Oh, right. I don't know the
You thought-
reference,
you
but
thought
everybody
you had
knows
more
the
time.
verse is iron sharpens iron. So,
Proverbs.
27:17, buddy.
27:17?
It's on our t-shirts.
Our t-shirts?
Yeah, at church.
Oh, I was like, we don't have t-shirts. We should, though. But hope you find some new bros, even better than us. I mean, for your sake. So,
Yeah,
there you go. Love you, man.
love you too.
Yeah, no, I think I would echo that. I appreciate that you are so convicted about everything because
I'm very convicted. I'm very opinionated.
You get your opinion and then you're there, and I appreciate that, and I think that it serves you well as a leader.
Even if it's wrong.
Yeah. I mean, I started being like, well, I was like, maybe you should be more flexible, but then I'm like, no, I think it's cool that you lead with such conviction because when it comes time for God to do something dramatic, like move you across the country, then you're convicted to do it, and you do it. Yeah, just keep
Awkward
moving.
hurdles.
So yeah, I appreciate that about you, and we've enjoyed having you here. So, all right, guys. Well, we're also going to be taking a break for the holidays, so we're gonna. I think this comes out in a couple weeks, but we're gonna stop recording for a bit and come back sometime, hopefully early 2026, to bring some more podcasts for you. But thanks for watching. Thanks for welcoming us all into your lives, and Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry gifts.
Merry gifts.
Merry
Gifts.
Chrysler.
Merry Chrysler.
That's his favorite way to say Merry
Do
Christmas.
you remember that old video?
No.
Merry Chrysler.
Merry Chrysler. Happy Christmas.
Happy Christmas.
I feel like that's how we're gonna be.
Bye.